Hey everyone, this is DyanaRozay. Welcome to my channel. I have a quick video for you guys on Miss Melody Cherie and Stormi Steele and her mama Betty. Okay, you guys. Uh so many of you have reached out to me yesterday, and I appreciate every single one of y'all. I was actually in the airport when it all started. I was flying home, excuse me, to I had some emergency family business. I'm here now, and I'm doing this video for you guys because it deserves to be done. But I thank every single one of y'all for reaching out because I did get the message. I appreciate you guys wanting me to speak on it. So that is what I am doing now. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel, hit your notification bell. Y'all already know that I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. I appreciate, and also, y'all, my voice is a little hoarse. I'm aware of that, and just talking all night, so I'm sorry for that too if it bothers you. But let's get into this video about Stormi's mama Betty, because she has been hating on Melody since 2020, y'all, and I want to talk to you guys about it. Let's start with how this all came about. If you guys remember, in Saturday's episode was the season finale. Melody was live tweeting, y'all. There is a scene on that episode where Destiny goes to Martell and says to him, did you hear this video of Melody and what she said on the Shade Room? Two things happened in that Shade Room interview. It was a two-part interview, you guys. But if you watched the Shade Room interview at all, then you would have seen these things happen and it would be etched in your mind, okay? So let me just play this little clip for y'all so you can see it and we can talk about it. Let's see. So like I said, two things Mel disclosed in her Shade Room interview. It was a part one and a part two. This is what Destiny played for Martell, and it caused Martell to go off. And literally, she said absolutely nothing.
Now, the people want to know, because they've been talking about it. I don't know if you've seen your fans tweet as new.
To be honest with you, I don't really have any feelings about it. I really don't. I didn't control if he was talking or dating somebody while he was in a marriage. I don't feel anything. I really don't. I don't know anything. I really don't. It doesn't concern me for real.
Okay, so that is what was played for Martell. And if anybody watched the show, if you saw this video, which I just played for you, I did fast forward through it a little bit. But when you saw the video, you could see that Mel didn't say a damn thing in that part. She only said, yo, I don't feel any way about it. I've seen him with other women before. Y'all forget he was dating other women when we were married. And number one, and the last thing, I don't know anything negative about her. It doesn't concern me for real, meaning it's none of my business. And she said it as polite as she possibly could. In the second part of that Shade Room interview, Mel reveals that Martell has taken her to court for full custody. So that means when the season was airing, Martell had already filed for full custody of their kids. And then what we see is Martell flipping out on Melody after Destiny shows the video saying, do I say anything about how many babysitters she has? And then he switches from that to saying, I let the kids meet Sheree because she's a good person. Excuse me, what the hell does that mean? You are yelling at her. And then he basically said he did not let Mel know that he was going to introduce him to Sheree. And that, what else did he say? He said it was none of her damn business, okay? If I'm not mistaken, all of those things were said. While Mel was live tweeting during that scene, she said, child, not pulling out a recording. Then she does laughing emojis. God, please help me stop laughing. Did we just compare anybody babysitting to dating? He sure did. It sounds to me like all I said was, I don't care anything about who this man is dating. And then she retweeted someone saying, and you said absolutely nothing wrong. What is the problem? What was the point? So they played part one of that Shade Room interview where we got that last clip. And then they played another part, I think, after or either after or the same day as Martell's wine event, where Mel said that he was taking her to court for full custody. Okay, Now, I established that because I want to say two things about it. Number one, if you saw that Shade Room interview, I would say, and I know Stormi keeps her ear to everything that's going on social media, because I have seen her jump into the comments on Facebook talking about what did I miss. She has done that several times. One time she was talking to Marsau. Oh, he's telling her exactly what happened. Don't worry about it. They're talking about this and the other. She was like, oh, people was checking her then. Like, Stormi, why are you even over here? Keep your ass off Facebook. And the truth of the matter is, keep your ass off Facebook at this point, because no one's talking about you. However, since you do keep your ear to social media, then you knew when this shit played out that it had nothing at all to do with you. And instead of you just saying, y'all, I know you like drama, but it has nothing to do with me, your mama jumped into these comments for no reason whatsoever to basically take up for you. And I have to say, at this point, I'm kind of curious if her mama is trying to establish a role on the show, because we all know, well, if you don't know, Tiffany and Lewis were not given a contract, so they were not renewed for the next season. I think this was tea that was given on Color Me Pink's channel, which means that other long ass post that we had gotten from Miss Stormi about a week or so ago, where she was like, I thank God for the opportunity to finally tell my story. She said something like, I have been wondering, what I was here for, why, because this show has brought me a lot of negativity or things in my life that I wasn't expecting. However, now I get it. I'm supposed to tell my story. And so I had reported on that, and I asked you guys if y'all thought, what was cool. Like, Stormi gets to share her story. I'm interested in hearing it. Now it sounds like she is creating beef so that she can have something to do on this damn show. Tell your story, ma'am. That's what I thought you were going to do. Your mom shouldn't be in these comments like that. Stormi has she is, I should say, since the day she started on the show, I apologize if I'm talking too fast, guys. Since the day she started on the show, first episode, Stormi had a very polarizing, character. Some people loved it. Some people was like, ugh, she's makes too many faces. Like they thought she might have given too much energy in spaces she shouldn't have given that kind of energy. And then when she's talking on her lives and stuff, she does a lot of cursing, which again doesn't bother me, but it does bother some other people. So people have talked about that. She's been pretty honest, like, I can turn it on and off, when I'm doing business meetings and things like that. I speak like this, but when I'm just relaxed and in my space, this is how I talk. This is how my mama talk. This is how we talk to each other. It's no big deal for us. It may be for some, but she said that's who they are. And it's okay, because at the end of the day, always try to be who you are. And if you're working on it, say you're working on it. Because if you try to be somebody else and then somebody gets a secret recording of you doing or saying something, then they're going to, put that out there and make you look like a clown. So she's been honest in saying that. What I don't understand is how, knowing she is clearly involved in what's happening, that she knew Melody dropped this video, that she knew the things that was being said, that she would have ever thought it was her who did the secret recording. Okay. In another section of Melody's tweeting, she writes again, child. So who the hell recorded this conversation? Then she says, hashtag secret recording. I already knew this though. Why I stay to myself, don't trust people. So I didn't know who she was talking about. I didn't know if it was what should I say? I didn't know if it was the scene with Marsau and Tisha, because she had already addressed Destiny playing the video and nothing else was said that would have suggested a secret recording. Then she continues on with Marsau and Tisha saying, dang, talked about us again. Geesh. Then she says, girl, you don't even know my feelings because you ain't in my life for real. That was when Tisha was like, well, Mel has a way of hiding XYZ. So she was like, you don't know what I feel. So stay out my business now. And then she said, why would I care about someone I gave away? That was Marsau's smart ass comment about her caring because Sheree was an upgrade, right? Interesting. Anyway, during this comment where she said, child, so who the hell recorded this convo? Mel's chat started going off. And Mel doesn't usually address stuff because only hit dogs holla, okay, at the end of the day. But Mel says this, and Stormi's mama jumps into Mel's tweets directly at her. Mel didn't respond to a thing. Yo, actually, she did. I think she said, if you don't understand it, then keep it moving. Let me make sure I know what she said because I want to give y'all the exact stuff. But she said, if you don't know, this isn't for you. Okay. But she said, you are using the same little tactics you used against Destiny, distorting the truth to have an issue with someone. Ma'am, I beg your pardon. How is this even playing out? Again, what is this about? This morning, Melody released this on her IG stories. She said, I've been super busy today, enjoying family and working. But let me say this, considering that I've already had the convo tonight with the person who wanted to have it, when I spoke of secret recordings on Twitter, I wasn't speaking on anyone who was currently in my home. So she was talking about something that happened past tense when everything she had already released, things about recordings and things going on, but she went on to share it. She said, there's a whole lot that has transpired, made me protect myself, including getting my home scanned for recording devices. And that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb. And then she did a little kissy face emoji. But that didn't stop Betty from going off all day yesterday, y'all. Betty wanted people to know that she was taken up for her daughter. And if her daughter, assuming she is the new couple on the show, I guess Wanda has been replaced with Betty, y'all. Betty is about to be the new Wanda 2.0. So yeah, we hadn't heard a peep out of Betty. Betty showed up at Destiny's little event. Now, Destiny tried to throw a whole damn chair at Stormi's head. And Betty showed up at that girl's event with her daughter with flowers and a Gucci purse and smiling like, let's make this right. All of a sudden, you hear Mel make one little tweet and you want to lose your damn mind? I don't know. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. But Betty went on, okay, all day yesterday. Somebody said Melody doesn't like nobody that's not kissing her peach. Betty said exactly. Then somebody said, considering Mel added her to the table regarding the show, okay, that's Mel's table. They went on to say, I would say she does, okay? What has Stormi done for Mel? Betty said, Mel doesn't have a table. She barely has a door. What kind of mess is that? What kind of mess is that? Then she said Mel did not bring Stormi onto this venue. It's Mel's venue, baby, whether you like it or not. That's Mel's table. She had the meeting with Carlos King. She paid the meeting fee. She pitched the show. Stormi is sitting on the show Mel pitched. Otherwise, Stormi would be on her own show. Stormi tried to do like her little YouTube thing where she wanted to see where she can tell her story. If I'm not mistaken, Stormi wrote a whole thing on her IG stories talking about, I finally get to tell my story. Okay, that opportunity came because she's on Mel's show, whether she likes it or not. Now, I did take up for Stormi a little bit on Saturday in my live. I was like, I need to see more. That's what I said. I needed to see more because it wasn't making sense. Because anybody whose personality has been as polarizing as Stormi Steele on this show from the very first episode, people were divided on how to take Stormi. Like, oh my God, she curses too much, all of that stuff. Like I said before, because of that, I thought Stormi had a thicker skin, that she wouldn't be the kind of person who would be, running behind tweets on IG or Facebook or anything else. But clearly that is not the case. Okay. But yeah, here's a little post that she did where somebody asked, Mel has, let me see, where did they write? I guess there was something posted where somebody asked about why she didn't like something that Melody posted. And she said, I don't see her liking and commenting on mine, babe. Keep that same energy. Child, there's sometimes you got to ignore shit. I didn't pay attention to it because I thought, perhaps Mel and Stormi, they don't have to like each other's stuff. Mel likes things. Mel doesn't like a lot of things. She does hit the like button every once in a while, but a lot of the time she is doing her own thing, her own brand. But then Stormi posted this, y'all. She actually was responding to this person saying, hey, babe, my thoughts on this are my mom has her own discernment. I'm 34 years old and till this day make my own decisions and love on people I choose to, regardless of what anyone says. We are two different people. Okay, you are two different people. I do agree with that. But what she's saying directly affects you and your relationships in business. So I think that since they just did a show where Wanda got her ass booted and everybody else said, yo, keep your extended family out of the mix, you should have been the first one to say, mama, don't do that. But she goes on to say, historically, my mom has been right a lot. And she's seen me hurt even after she's wanted me even after she's warned me, excuse me. She said, I don't think she likes to see that from me. Of course, no one's mom likes to see that. She goes on to say, I'm not hurt today. I like everyone on the show. I think they're all great people. I don't have any beef with anyone, and I don't plan to. Cool. My hopes for sharing my likeness on Love and Marriage Huntsville is to show genuine authenticity, up and downs within my own life, no drama and beef with cast members. If that becomes the theme or even look like it, I will be happily and gracefully exiting stage left. But you can't say that when your mama just brought the drama and the beef with her post, literally atting Melody on her page, saying the mess that she was saying on Facebook yesterday. And then y'all, from 2 years ago, when Betty Steele was just a fan, she was still saying stupid stuff. But she was saying it as a fan. So it's just interesting that she decided, knowing you are now a cast member, to drag Mel, talking about living in a rented home and pretending it was yours. Interesting. Someone said, Betty, why would they not? Many people on TV shows don't actually show their home. They rent their homes and then you get to see up to their front door. Betty still said, but that's not the case here. Do you know that for a fact? Betty still says she did know it for a fact, okay? That part got cut off. Then she said, this post was mostly calling yourself a power couple. My mistake. My mistake about adding the cheating, but they are not a power couple. Now she's talking about Melody and Martell. The power comes from the love and respect two people have for each other. There is no love between these two. They are faking it for the camera. So where did she get all this information, y'all? So and I know that Stormi said that she was a fan of the show. She said, I used to yell at the TV. So her and her mama were probably watching it together. And somebody dug up these old tweets from 2 years ago to show that Betty has never seen it for Melody. And chances are, neither has Stormi, even though she's let Melody use her home for her music video and all that stuff. It looks like it was just, all a part of how to bring someone on the show. Whew. Now, Betty said she's a fan of the Scotts. She said, I know the Scotts are making money moves, baby. Last week, Martell stated that all the things Mel is doing is costing him money. This is, again, a tweet from 2 years ago. But hey, it's entertainment. I don't have any skin in this game. It sounds like you do. To people who get in an uproar about these people, I'm just making an assessment of the situation. Someone else says, Betty Steele, no one said that they were a power couple. no one said they all weren't power couples in their own right. So she's including the Scotts and the Holts. She said, or the Holts at the time, Melody is no longer a Holt. She said, I'm just explaining to you what that means. It has nothing to do with cheating and more so to do with what they get done on paper. Like, for instance, going and getting the show that your daughter is now on, Miss Betty Steele. Who child? The I don't know. You guys let me know what y'all think about all of this in the comments. Yes, a lot of you shared with me that y'all thought that Betty was a hater. Turns out she is. She is. Um, what else did I have for y'all? Y'all let me know what y'all think in these doggone comments, okay? Because it feels to me like Betty Steele and Stormi had already had their thoughts and opinions, even though Stormi has been sharing on every channel, up, down, all around, including her own. I don't have any beef with nobody. I don't have any beef with anybody, y'all. I like everybody on the show. Okay. So how would you let your mom play you like this? Especially when you know for yourself that she said many of times, I follow Stormi. I don't play everything she does because it's usually the same thing her repeating, but she says it all the time. I am my own person. I stay in my own space. It's usually me in my home. So it sounds like a lot of the things Stormi was saying about herself, Mel has said time and time again. I like to stay in my home, in my own space. I don't really fool with a lot of people because I don't like for people to make things up about me or take me the wrong way. This is where I'm most comfortable. So all of the things that seem like Mel and Stormi had in common is now a problem. It's now a problem. You guys hit me up in the comments and let me know what y'all think about all of this, because I know you have plenty to say. Let me know what y'all think about those old tweets from 2 years ago and how Stormi has always said, I've never had a problem. Me and Mel were cool. Mel showed up at my house with a bouquet of flowers and told me, that was the first time anyone had ever done that for me because I don't really fool with people for real. So I thought that was cool. Let me know what y'all think about Stormi and her mama showing up at Destiny's event with flowers and a Gucci bag. And Stormi saying, you know what, we don't really have beef. So I just wanted to have a clean slate with you. And her mama being totally cool about that, even though even though Destiny was about to knock Stormi's head off with a whole damn chair. Let me know what y'all think about that. Whew, this is awful, y'all. Talk to me in the comments, like the video, subscribe to my channel, hit your notification bell, and I will see you all on the next one.